Alrighty, we are ready for day 2, video number 2 in our 12 days of Christmas Advent calendar. So in the last video, we opened up window number 1 and we had all of these darling dies and we created this fun fall card. I actually stamped an envelope off camera to go with it. And I forgot to show you when I made this card, I love to use the stamp Sharing Loving Crafting when I do my projects. I have the handcrafted by image on a block, and we will go ahead and stamp that on the back of our card and sign it so that the receiver of this card knows that I made it just for them. So I meant to share that with you in the video yesterday. But there was day 1 with all of these dies. If you missed that video, I linked it below so you can go check it out. But I used the rainbow die and the butterfly die for that. So let's open up window number 2 and see what we're going to create. So window number 2 is right here. I'm going to get my little spatula because I want to save these. I want to do something with these papers. And hopefully by the time we get to day 12, I'll get better at creating on the fly like this. Yesterday, or the last video, it was kind of, it was a little stressful. Alrighty, what do we have? Yes, it is 6x6 DSP, and oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. So I can tell you I will probably be using this DSP on future projects. So let's take a look at the patterns. And yeah, it's only one-sided. I remember them telling us that, but I think, yep, we get 2 sheets. Oh, look at that. It's a really subtle pattern. 2 sheets of each pattern. Well, that's pretty. So you can see that these are not holiday related. You can use these any time of year. I'm a big fan of daisies, and this is really giving me all the daisy feels. Oh, that's pretty. So I like how there's patterns and then there's some more subtle and solid colors so we can mix and match these. So here are all the patterns, and I will clear my desk and bring in my glass mat, and we'll see what we're going to make today. Alrighty, I am bringing my glass mat in, and I did some pre-cutting ahead of time just to save and be cognizant of your time. So I have a piece of old olive two-tone cardstock, and I'm going to use the light side for the front of my card. And let me tell you the measurements. So this is an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, and I scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And then we're just going to do that zigzag fold. So I'm going to give it a crisp fold there and a crisp fold here. So the card is going to open like that. Then you also want another piece of old olive cardstock. And this one is 4 by 10.5, and you just fold it in half. And this, well, let's go through all the card dimensions first. Then I took this pattern from the exclusive DSP that came in the calendar. And this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. And then I have 2 pieces that are 2 by 5 1/4. So those are going to go here. And I gotta get my other one. I accidentally packed it up. So those are gonna go here and here. So let's go ahead and adhere those first. And I am just using my Stampin' Seal Plus. I have really grown to love the Seal Plus. It works wonderful for me. I love that it adheres to glimmer paper. I've never had an adhesive that adhered to glimmer paper. And it does cut you a little bit of grace. So if you put it down on your project and don't, really seal it, if you have to peel it back up, it will come back up. So that is going to go like that. All right, the next thing we're going to do is adhere this piece onto the front of this second piece we cut out of the old olive. And this particular card pattern, you can do it with whatever you have in your stash. So you can, do a Christmas theme. You can do anything with it. It's a really fun fold. Now what we're going to do is adhere this piece to the back of the card base. Like this. And then we'll flip this up and we're going to put a piece of white right there so you can do more stamping or write your message. And this piece of white willow is 1/4 inch smaller than that. So it is 3 3/4 by 5. And we will stick that right in the center. And if you notice, you can see the tone on tone. So I have the dark side facing up, and I did that intentionally because I wanted it to stick out more. So then this is going to go like this, and the card is like this. So you open it up, and then you go like that. Then what I did is I pulled my branching out dies. I fall more and more in love with this every day. I love the pine cone and the sprigs and everything, but I really love all of the label, I guess they're called label dies. And so what I did is I took the smallest one and cut it out of white willow. And can you see the stitching? Not sure if it's, there you go. I love that. And then the second to smallest I cut out of old olive with the dark side facing up. And what we're gonna do is, this is gonna get mounted onto there. But first we're gonna take our stamp set from the advent calendar, and I'm gonna do a birthday card. I'm in love with this little cupcake. So let's get our cupcake image. There's 2 stamps to that, the bottom and the top, and this will fit on my small 1x1 block. And I haven't used this yet, so I'm going to season it by just rubbing it on my skin. That just takes the manufacturing film off of it, and it will allow for a clearer image. You could also use an eraser if you wanted to. And then here is the other part of the cupcake, and we'll put it on this block because I don't have another 1 inch by me. And I'm gonna season it. And then I'm gonna just practice on a piece of scrap paper before I stamp on the real, the project. So I have some white willow here, and ink colors, I have an old olive, and I have pretty in pink, and then I have these two from Stampin' Up, or from Close to My Heart, Sapphire and Saffron. This would be equivalent to crushed curry, and the Sapphire I think would be equivalent to the blueberry bushel, I think the Stampin' Up color is. So I'm not quite sure. We are going to do a sentiment on the front as well as on the inside. I think maybe we'll try the For Someone Special, and I'm thinking I'll do the sentiment in the blue. We'll season that as well. So let's do a little test of this. The glass mat works wonders with the Stampin' Up stamps. Okay, so that's good. Now, let's do, maybe we'll do the bottom of the cupcake in pretty in pink. That works. And I'm going to do it one more time just to test it. I've learned with the Stampin' Up ink pads that just go gently. You don't need much pressure at all. And yeah, I think this will be good. So let's do our cupcake first. Do the top. And then we'll do our sentiment. So these are just quick, simple, little easy projects to give you an idea of what you could do with the exclusive product that comes in the Advent calendar. And what I am liking is they're products that you can use all year round. And I mean, we're only on day 2. So I like how that looks. I like my color choices because we use so much of the old olive in with the cardstock. So see how nice this nestles together? And then this is going to get adhered like that. So it opens like this. So we're just going to put adhesive right here on this side. Otherwise, the card wouldn't be able to open. So we can go like this. And then we open this up, and on the inside, there's birthday wishes sentiment. So I'll get another block. And when I'm making my cards ahead of time, I kind of keep them generic, but then I will go back and personalize them once I know who I'm sending it to. So again, we're going to rub it on our skin just to get that film off. I'm going to go ahead and use the blue. I'm going to get my little practice scrap. Works good. Now I know that, there we go. I know that there is embellishments in one of the windows, behind one of the windows. So I'm going to wait to embellish this. I think that this would be great to have some little bling here, but I'm going to wait until we open up more doors together and I can add some bling to this. One thing I think I might do is get my journal pen and just add a border. And I've been sharing the Stampin' Up! Journal pens. They're a 0.4 nib and I love them. And I'm gonna make it whimsical. But I like to add borders like this when it's just almost a little too much white space and it just needs a little something something. And I always tend to make my doodles perfectly imperfect. I don't try to do straight lines. And it just adds a little bit of fun. And then we'll see if we open up some embellishments eventually in the other 10 windows and we can just spruce this up a little more. As I'm doing this, an idea popped in my head. Let me finish this first. Here we go. I think it would be cute to add a little bow right there. I have a little bit of blue twine left over from a kit, so let's tie a little bow and add it to our cupcake, and then we'll see about other embellishments as we open up more windows. So again, I would love to know in the comments if you got the calendar and if you're opening it alongside me or if you're going to wait until December 1st. I would love to know. And as of the date of this recording, which is October 19th, the calendars are still available. So I like how the bow looks, but before I adhere that, I'm going to flip over my card. And I love this stamp set, Sharing, Loving, Crafting. It's got some great sentiments that you could stamp on the back of your card and sign your name. So I have the handcrafted by on a block, and I'm just going to use my black memento and stamp it down here. I like to call this my hallmark. And then with my journal pen, I can sign my name. You should always give yourself credit when you make something. And then I'm going to use my fine tip glue. This is on out of stock right now. It's always out of stock. When it comes in, it sells out right away. And I love this glue. I can't recommend it enough. And a nice feature on my website is you can put in, when you click on a product and it's out of stock, you can check the box that says notify me when it comes in stock, and then you will get an email. And that's what I recommend you do, because it will sell out again. And it does last forever. This is one of the first things I purchased when I joined Stampin' Up, and I still have it and I use it. So it does last a long time, but I would like to have another bottle as a spare, so I do recommend that. All right, I put a block on my bow so that it will dry, but there you go. There is project number 2 for window number 2, which was all this beautiful DSP paper. All righty, If you don't already subscribe to my channel, if you could hit that subscribe button, go ahead and leave me a comment and like the video. That just helps my little channel to grow, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.